Have you tried to move on, but even after time, conversations and attempts, you still feel that invisible knot in your chest? That love seems to reside in a place you can't erase. And the strangest thing is that no matter how much your mind says, it's over, your heart insists on remembering. Stay until the end, because what you're going to understand today will completely change the way you see what it is. To forget. You know, we've been taught to believe that love is an emotion, but it's so much more than that. It's a frequency, and when two people meet in a moment of intense vibrational harmony, something like an energy signature is created, a memory that is not in thought, but in the quantum field of the body. This connection is so deep that the brain alone doesn't have the power to delete it, because it's not just about remembering, it's about resonance. The love you can't forget isn't just stored in your mind. It vibrates within your cells like a sound that continues to echo even after the music has stopped. And perhaps what hurts the most isn't the other person, but the part of you that's stuck in that old version, the part that still believes love depended on that person to exist. Stay with me until the end, because I'm going to show you that to forget. It's not about deleting, but about transmute. And when you understand that, what was pain transforms into freedom. Science already knows. Every emotion leaves a signature on the body. When you love someone, it's not just your heart that feels it. It's billions of cells vibrating in harmony, as if each one of them learned the sound of that person. And when love ends, the body continues playing the same melody. That's why the absence hurts. But what nobody explains to you is that the emotional attachment, it is, in fact, energy link. Every time you think about that person, feel something, or revisit memories, you send out a small vibrational charge that reactivates that bond. It's as if the universe were saying, "Oh, you're still tuning into that station? Then I'll give you more of that frequency." And that's where many people get lost. They try to stop thinking, but the act of trying to forget is still a form of to remember, because attention is energy, and everything you feed it grows. It's not about weakness. It's about physics. The quantum field doesn't differentiate between what you want and what you don't want. It simply responds to the intensity with which you vibrate. Therefore, the secret lies not in forcing forgetting, but in changing the meaning based on what you feel. What holds you back isn't love, it's sense that you gave him. When you change the meaning, you change the vibration. And when the vibration changes, the universe understands. This lesson has been integrated, and it is at this point that the cycle naturally ends, without pain, without resistance. Remember, love doesn't fade, it endures. Recodifica. And when you recode yourself, what once hurt becomes wisdom. Perhaps you think you can't forget because you still love her. But what if the love you feel is no longer for that person, but for the version of yourself, what existed when he was with her? Think about it. At that stage, you felt alive, wanted, connected. You vibrated with expansiveness. And when that connection ended, it wasn't just the person who left. It was also a reflection of who you were in that vibrational state. That's why it hurts so much, because deep down you don't miss the other person, you miss himself at that frequency. And here comes the revelation. That vibe is still there. She never left. She was just stuck at a point in time where you believed you needed the other person to feel her again. But love is a self-sustaining energy. It is born within you, passes through the other, and returns amplified, not to hold you back, but to show you what is possible to feel when the heart is open. So maybe the universe doesn't want you to forget, but remember who you were when you truly loved. Not to go back to the past, but to recover the energy that made you shine. And if this makes sense to you, subscribe to the channel right now, because this is where we learn how to transform wounds into portals. Life isn't asking you to forget. She's asking you to reconnect. Close your eyes for a moment. Take a deep breath. Feel the air going in and out, as if each breath reminds you that life keeps flowing, even when you think it has stopped. Now imagine that person. Not like a ghost from the past, but like a teacher who came to show you something about love. Perhaps the lesson was about limits, detachment, deservingness, or simply a reminder that you are capable of feeling deeply. You realize that love, even when it hurts, is always guiding you towards greater awareness. The problem was never about feeling too much. It was about believing that the feeling needed an owner. When you understand this, something changes. The heart begins to breathe a sigh of relief. Not because he forgot, but because he finally understood. And to understand is the same as to let go. You don't need to erase memories. You just need to remove their vibrational weight. When resistance ceases, love transforms into presence, and what was attachment becomes gratitude. So if you still miss it, that's normal. But remember, what's missing isn't absence. It's a space begging to be filled by a new version of you. Now feel that space inside your chest. Visualize a golden light there expanding slowly. This light is the love that remains, not the love that goes away. It's a reminder that even when everything ends, you remain the source. And this is where the real healing begins. When you realize that love was never something the other person gave you, it was something I'm sorry. Perhaps oblivion was never the goal. Because what is true doesn't need to be forgotten. It needs to be integrated. Everything you experienced with that love was real. Every touch, every silence, every goodbye. But destiny never misses the address of the soul. Everything that comes to awaken. Everything that leaves to set free. You are not stuck in the past. You are simply recalling a moment when the heart learned to feel, and now it wants to learn to be. And that's what being is. Looking back with love, but moving forward with lightness. Because what was once a bond becomes a learning experience. What was once pain becomes wisdom. And what was love becomes light, spread throughout the field. So before ending this video, place your hand on your chest and feel your pulse. This is the frequency of love in its purest form. It doesn't need a name nor a face. She is yours. She always has been. Comment below with a word that represents how you want to feel from today onwards. It could be freedom, healing, gratitude, whatever makes your heart sing. Because when you write, you anchor that vibration in the field, and the universe begins to respond. Now breathe. Let go. And he repeats to himself silently, I honor the love that was, and I embrace the love that I am. Forgetting is not the end, it's the beginning of your liberation.